Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I know that there's some new people on this show, and I love that. I appreciate those that continue to share this show out and that it's reaching more and more people. Now, I do want to say for those of you that are new to this show, guess what? I've written a book. This book came out almost 2 years ago now, 2022. Amazing. And I wrote this book to help those that are struggling in life. It also shares my story, and I made it a quite easy read and an enjoyable read. It's full of stories, things that I've been through in my own life that have taught me a lot, taught me and helped me get to this point in my life. So I hope that you guys enjoy it. If you want to get a copy of the book, the links are available in the show description below as well. You can get the audio version, which I narrate as well, so you can listen to more of my voice if you want to. But anyway, on to today's subject. Once again, this person, is quite well known now because, on TikTok, this person decides to share a lot of, how do I say this in a polite manner without getting cancelled or whatever else by this particular platform. They share content that is not suitable for young kids, but this person wants to make it suitable. This person thinks that by sharing the ins and outs of this person's life, then that means that it's going to be educational for other people that are watching. And yes, it may be educational to a large extent, but the content isn't and shouldn't be viewed by young kids. And a lot of young kids are actually watching this sort of stuff. And as we know, this transgender messaging and ideology is one that is shared quite frequently on the platform TikTok. And I'm glad that the US is actually banning TikTok, because maybe it may wake a lot of young people the hell up to the fact that, you know what? There's a lot of messaging out there that they should not be ingesting or digesting. This world that we live in today, it's insane. It really is insane, because we have people like this that are sharing insane messages on the platform, and young people are soaking it up. Now, this person got famous because, the person went to different kind of restaurants and filmed themselves trying to catch people dead naming or misgendering this person. Now, can you imagine going to a restaurant, you're a waiter, which I'll have you know is already a tough job as it is, but you're going there and you look at this person and you think to yourself, well, you look like a biological male to me, so I'm going to use the pronouns that I deem necessary to use in order to address this person. But nowadays, we live in that day and age where if you use the wrong pronoun, person gets offended. And how are you supposed to know exactly unless the person says to you? And even then, like, I'm going, should you? Like, is it deemed acceptable or what? Like, I personally won't do it. That's my personal prerogative. I won't go down, because it is a gateway drug, as you say, into the madness. But imagine going to a restaurant and this person is trying to catch people supposedly misgendering, which is, if you ask me, unacceptable and really rude to do. And people, especially ladies, if you're watching this and you're out with a guy and the guy is rude, impatient, doesn't pick up the check first time around, and isn't respectful to any of the wait staff, run like hell. Anyway, so this trans activist, not even sure the person's name, I think it's Lily something. Anyway, I don't want to promote the name so you guys can check out the stuff. But anyway, the trans activist decided to dress up as Miss Rachel, who, by the way, has been in the news recently. She was on Megyn Kelly's show, not personally, but Megyn Kelly was talking about her because Miss Rachel, who is quite very well known, very famous on YouTube, decided to celebrate Pride Month to young kids. How about that, right? Like, you've got a young audience watching your stuff, and you just had to suck up to the likes of people that are celebrating Pride Month. Why? That's my question. So this person, a trans activist, dresses up like or as Miss Rachel to talk to kids about transgender and changing their names. There's a word to describe people like this. Indeed, there is, and I won't repeat it on this show, but you guys know the kind of word that I'm talking about. They're after your kids. Yes, indeed they are. You don't have to look too far on this platform or other platforms to see that the indoctrination is rife, seriously rife, and they get away with it. It's totally acceptable for some weird reason for these people to actually share this kind of nonsense on the platform, and there be no scientific backing, nothing like that at all whatsoever. It's just their personal feelings and thought process. How about that, right? So let's have a watch of this person trying to indoctrinate young kids.
Friends, today we're going to talk about something super important, what it means to be transgender. It's a big word, but I promise that it's easy to understand. Ready to learn? The first thing I want you to do is close your eyes. Now think, do you feel like a boy, a girl, or a little bit of both? Do you have your answer? Great. Now I want you to imagine that everyone keeps telling you that you're something else, even though in your heart you know who you are. Wouldn't that make you sad inside? People who feel like this are transgender. And if you're not transgender, it's super easy to be friends with someone who is. Let's take our imaginary friend Theo, for example. One day you notice that Theo starts wearing girl clothes instead of boy clothes, and then they tell you that they want to be called Luna instead of Theo. This is so exciting for our friend Luna because they finally get to be their true self. And if you accidentally call Luna by their old name, make sure to say a big sorry and that you'll do better next time. As you can see, transgender people are just like you and me. They're our friends.
What does it mean to be transgender? Well, there's a lot that I could say in regards to that, but according to reality, science, biology, all that sort of stuff, you cannot change your sex. You cannot claim to be something, or you can claim to be something that you're not, but it doesn't actually mean that you are something that you're actually not, believe it or not. So that's what transgender means, people. Glad you came to my classroom. Now, I want you guys to close your eyes. Good. They closed? Great. I can't see anything, and that's probably a good thing at the moment because I don't like looking at this person's face. Anyway, so when you close your eyes, what is the first thing that comes to mind when I say transgender? Do you believe that you are a boy or a girl? Because if you think that you are a boy and you happen to be a girl, well, it turns out that you were right. Are your eyes still closed? Great. Now that you've imagined that you are something that you're not, you can open up your eyes and Bob's your uncle. Wave the wand. It's magic. You are that thing you claim that you're not. How about that, right? Because this person has explained to each and every one of you that has your eyes closed and you imagine that you are this magical word. You're not really that, believe it or not. In your heart of hearts, you know exactly who you are. But in reality, you're that thing that everyone keeps telling that you are. Such as if you are a biological woman or a biological boy, but you feel something different on the inside, I hate to break it to you, but science and biology says otherwise. Science and biology says that you cannot change. And I like to believe in science and biology because science and biology happen to exist in a world of reality, not in a fantasy land. So it's all about a feeling, guys. That's this person's definition of transgender. All about a feeling. Your eyes still closed? How are you feeling right now? Are you feeling nice inside? Are you feeling fluffy inside? Are you feeling transgender? How are you feeling, guys? You feeling good? I hope so. Please tell me how you're feeling inside, in your heart of hearts. Does your heart say you are something else? What is your heart saying on speaking to you? I wonder. This is actually fun stuff. If you learn to see the positive side, if it wasn't actually not positive at all, but in fact, really sad. I'm friends with people that have transsexuals. So people that have chosen to live life as the opposite sex, but they know that they are still biologically female or male. And I like them. They're great people. They live in a world where they understand that biology exists and science exists. They've just made a conscious choice as an adult. Can't say anything negative about them. It's fine. But to do this kind of stuff to little kids to confuse them, that's abuse. And I don't like that. We shouldn't be confusing the likes of little kids. We should be letting them play and enjoy their life, not be worried about, oh, I think that I feel like I'm something that I'm actually not, and I'm worried. You're a child. You can't consent to any of this madness. You don't fully understand any of this madness. So why in the world is this person teaching this sort of stuff to the likes of little kids, I wonder? Because they're after your kids. How do you know it's their true self? How? So why is changing something about yourself that is actually given to you naturally and supposed to be healthy for you, why is that considered like not healthy? But changing to something that's not healthy, that's your true self. How does that work exactly? Please explain that to me. Yes, remember, people, if you try and say the person's real name that they were given at birth, you're not allowed to do that. If they have come up with a different name and they get offended by you saying that the incorrect name, then, well, you can get in trouble and just apologize, even though you don't really need to apologize at all. But they've claimed offense, they've claimed victimhood status. So therefore, that's a bad thing. That's wrong. That's your fault. You shouldn't have done that to the person. And you need to apologize, and apologize with a sincere heart, because it's not good to be insincere. Okay? You need to apologize. Be nice to these people because they deserve to be nice. Be nice to. And that's what they claim, at least. So anyway, these people just need to stop trying to indoctrinate little kids. Why are they going after little kids? Why don't you just try and go after adults, for goodness sake? Why are you going after the ones that can't understand any of this? It's wrong, if you ask me. Anyway, you guys take care. You be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.